But it's going to take us time till we start because I have to get it to people.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you go live.
Yeah.
Tell me when we're live.
Luis, did you have his recordings, the music? Well, you'll play and we'll announce it. We'll announce it. Yeah.
But I need to send the link. I have to share it on my Facebook page for people that have been waiting. So I need to go live, and then I could do that.
Right.
We're live. So, Kiko.
Well, where are we?
I'm just waiting for him to go live so it shows up on your Facebook page.
Well, here we are with Jeffrey Biegel.
No. What is the introduction?
No, we can't do that.
No?
No, we're just going straight in.
Oh.
Yeah, listen, we're lucky to be here.
Okay. All right. So what is the next step?
Just to start talking, Jeffrey.
Okay, so you're not live yet.
I don't know what that means. Are we
What's
live
that?
or not?
We are. Well, Jeff, here we are. We're live.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I wanted to try to do is make sure that that's true here so I could start to... Not yet. Yeah, it's not quite showing up yet. Because I don't have your link for that.
Because he doesn't have the link for that.
And once we do, then we could start.
Yeah. He needs the link, not the title.
Is it the gallery in page?
Is it the gallery in page?
No.
Yeah, please.
No. Not yet.
Just wait a second, yeah.
Yeah, it's not live here. Because it should be, I'm looking on Facebook to see if it goes live for the gallery in page.
Oh, there. Do you see the title? I mean, the HTTPS.
Oh my. Can that be possibly sent to me in your messenger or something? Because
yeah, he can do that.
Even see I can't see the whole thing.
Yeah, he can do it.
Oh my. Because it's all, most of the title is blocked with the little icons.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Okay, so it should be on the gallery in page, but it's not.
It's not in the gallery in page.
No, it's not on here.
Not there.
See if you could send that to my phone somehow. I don't know how.
Do you have his phone? I can take a picture of it and send it. Or I can read it to you.
Does he have my cell phone number to send it to?
You have. I gave you the cell phone, right, Luis?
I don't know if you have my cell phone.
Is that 516?
808. Because I've texted you. Did you get my texts?
Yeah. Is that it? 808?
Let's see.
This is very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
We had a technical problems here that are not.
I can't copy that whole link. It's all a lot of numbers and things.
Is he sending it?
But we're not live yet because it's not on the Facebook.
Jeffrey, you have 516-593-1485?
No. That's my home number. The cell phone number is what I sent you texts on. You know what? I'm going to send it to you in Messenger. Is your Messenger on or not?
Oh, yes, I got it. All right, I have it. 516. 516-808-9374.
Yes. So I need that link sent to that so I could copy it and paste it everywhere I need to. That will be very fast. I can't see the music. Oh, I can't see that. Hold on. Gives me a little more light. That's good. See, I can't see that whole code. There's a lot of numbers there. Hi, Craig. It's a nightmare.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
I could hear you, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting. You're live. Okay. Let's start this.
If there's a messenger, he can send you the link.
Okay. So I would love to be able to share. Copy link. Here we go. Everybody give me just a few seconds. This is like we've never done this before.
I know.
I promise the music will start soon. I'm just sending this to some friends that have been very patiently waiting.
Yeah.
So give me 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 second now. One second. Oh, I think people have to log in for, well, okay, no worries. And what I will do then is go to, okay, just give me 1 moment. Give me 1 second.
Anastasia, I didn't expect to be in this predicament tonight. And we're trying our best to get this up and running
Give me 1 moment.
with famed pianist Jeffrey Biegel, who's going to play and do some talk with us about
One second.
don't let him get near your face. I don't
Okay, everybody. I think we're gonna go.
Okay.
Just give me one moment.
All right.
Come on, come fetch it. Get down.
Okay, I think we're good to go. We should. Okay. Ready, set, go. Oh, she left. Uh-oh. Tell Luis my name is Biegel with IE.
Ah,
Yes,
Luis.
to reverse IE. I before E except after C.
Right. I-E.
Remember that? All right.
Yeah.
It's dark in here.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. So you'll tell me when we are ready to go. And if you could just give your sound a little bit more juice, I could hear you better.
Can you hear me now? Yes?
Yeah, it's okay.
A little bit more. A little bit more. There.
more.
There you are. Is that better?
That's much better. Oh, sorry, I have a problem with my phone, but we are okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
we are going to do this. It's happening. But I might just sit a little closer in so I could see.
Yes,
and hear
I
better.
see. That's a good
Can
idea.
hear, and then when I play, I will.
Exactly.
Of course, you can't see me.
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
I'm blocked. Now I have to go
Right.
the other way. Opposite.
There we go.
Ooh,
Now
we're
we'll
getting
see
there.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more relaxed. This way I can see you
Yes.
better.
I like that
So,
chair. So how are
we
you?
are.
How are you?
I'm okay. We only go back about, 40 some odd years?
Something like that. Yes.
Don't you
nothing.
remember I used to go to school and you let me hang my hat in your place? I used to
I
stay
know.
over in your
I
apartment when I went to
remember.
school
I
and I had no place to
remember.
go.
We had a good time those days. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
sure.
wonderful. Yes.
So
Yes.
Jeffrey, you're in
we
New
are.
York now?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in Long Island.
In Long Island. And Jeffrey, how are you doing through this pandemic? How are you coping? How's your family coping? How are you?
We're
How's-
okay. We teach online.
Mhm.
I use Zoom and Skype. I've done Play with the Pro.
Yeah.
That's a different program. It's quite nice. And teaching at Brooklyn College students online, and
Yeah.
also for the Sonata Piano Camp that Polly Vanderlinde runs. Her mom started that half a century ago. So I've been
Who
doing a lot of
started that?
teaching for
Who started that?
Polly Vanderlinde. Remember Polly Vanderlinde, her sister Erica?
Yes. Yes.
And Polly,
Ah,
a fabulous
yes.
teacher and pianist. And so
Yes,
she's
yes,
been
yes.
running the Sonata piano camps and
Oh, how
Sonatina for
exciting.
the kids. They're brilliant kids. I mean, these are kids that go to McManus pre-college, and they're
Yeah.
really good.
That's good.
And so I've been performing. I did some composing. I'll play a couple of pieces that I wrote in the
Yeah.
early days of the pandemic. I'll tell you about those. And
Yes.
just teaching and playing and
That's
trying to stay
exciting
afloat.
within the scope we can go. That's for also
Well, 100 years ago we couldn't do this.
That's true too. Yeah, that's something to consider. This is a miracle. Yeah.
But for people who don't know, we go back to the days that Juilliard and both studied with Adele Marcus. And
That's right.
it was quite a trip. It was great days.
It was big days. Yes. She
They were.
was
Every
the
lesson
teachers
like
of teachers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I always admire your. Every time you post videos, it's wonderful. I really enjoy them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Really
It's funny,
good.
little things I'll never forget. Your coaching, even you coached me on some pieces like the Brahms Intermezzo A major ones.
That's right. Yeah.
I think you was watching you play, and your lessons with Adele Marcus, and watching you play and perform. It really was. You always were like one of those mentors to me. you and Norman and Pamela Mia Paul. You were that generation, and I fed off of all of you so much from that. So good times. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know I prepared a big playlist, which you may not have. I have my own 2 waltzes I'd like to play for you if you want. If you want
Please,
live playing,
we'd
I can
love
do
to.
that.
We're eager
I
to
can do
hear
that.
you play your compositions.
I'll tell you about them.
Yeah.
I wrote the first one on March 27th,
Yes.
and it's kind of a searching, yearning piece. The intervals are closer together.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like one can sense like we're under a dome or in a snow globe or in a cage.
Mm-hmm.
And you could sense that sense of loss of
Right.
what we had
Right.
and searching for whatever it is we don't know will be.
Right.
And so that's Waltz for Hope, Waltz of Hope number 1, March 27th. April 12th's waltz, just a few weeks later, is in the major key, not the minor key, but the major key, and it has more of a sense of hope.
Uh-huh.
And so reaching out, the intervals and the scales reach out a bit more. But
Right.
if you'd like, I'll play them both one after the other.
Please, we're going to hear the contrast. Yes. absolutely beautiful. Wow.
Two
I didn't
waltzes of
hope.
hope.
I've never been familiar with your compositions, but they're wonderful. They're lovely.
Thank you. I
How
wrote
many
mostly.
have you had a repertoire already of your compositions?
No, I've written choral music, mostly choral
Oh,
pieces.
choral
Uh,
music.
Holiday music for
Uh-huh.
choir, choir
Ah,
orchestra, choir piano,
wow.
but not piano. These are really the only two piano pieces I think I've composed. You know,
Wow, that's beautiful.
takes a pandemic to get me to write.
Encourage you to keep writing. You have a
Well,
beautiful
thanks.
lyrical vein, and it's your own
Different
yeah,
style.
different style, definitely. Yeah, yeah. But
But I've been by so many different people over the years, so you know.
yeah,
I'll play
But
one of the pieces of one person who you
it
at least expect to write music
yeah,
so much for piano. Yeah,
aha. So
I'll tell you.
it's interesting. One of my teachers, besides Adele, was Sylvia Rabinoff, and she had this type of big scope. She wrote for choral music, for orchestra, and she had oratorio, I think,
Really?
in the Masada, the Jewish Masada. It was very, very interesting.
Tell
And
Luis, I think I can't see you now. It's all black.
can you?
Your portion just
that
went dark.
I know. But can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
can't see.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
can't
back.
see you.
We'll,
Just getting.
you are the star. We are not. As long as
That's the
we can
video.
see you. So you want to go ahead and play your friend piece?
Yeah. One of the great producers, writers, composers, recording label executive, has his own foundation. He's brought so many people to prominence in the world, like Andrea Bocelli and Josh Groban and Celine Dion in this country here. I can't begin to name all the people. It's
Wow.
David Foster, one of the great producers, but he's a good friend. He's a good person. He's a great person. He's done so much for people, and he's always encouraged me to keep going, even in the classical world, which he is a very tough one.
Yeah.
But he always encouraged me to do it. Now I'm dark.
Now we're on dark. What happened? There we go. We lost connection. No, I can still hear you.
No, I think you just lost the video.
Oh, we lost the video.
Oh my.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
now I'm back.
You are on. Yeah. Great.
But I don't see you. Unfortunately, I'd like to see you.
Yeah.
We gotta get you
Why
back.
don't you take him back, please, Jan? Yeah. Let's. Oh, lost you again. What happened?
Oh no.
There.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yours has to be moved the other way.
We have to move the other
this.
screen. There
There
we
you
go.
go.
There you are.
Yes.
Right. There we go.
And now we just need to see
Right.
you.
Yeah. Can we have our picture there?
Mm,
Yeah, he's trying. We have a new IT guy. And it's his
he's
first
doing a
day.
great job. It's almost
He's
was
doing
not happening.
wonderful. I'm very
In a
impressed
half
with
hour
him.
he came on board.
Yeah.
We just
I
have
don't-
to see you.
Yeah. Ah,
There you
there
go.
we are.
On an angle. Different camera, but
They're
okay.
different kind of, but this is good. This is good. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
could
tell
play
us
this-
about
so-
Stephen
so-
Foster. Is his name?
David Foster.
David Foster.
And-
Yes.
And he wrote 11 pieces last year called 11. And
Uh-huh.
the recording came out in April. And he's graciously allowed me to play them and as I can
Uh-huh.
on different concerts. So this one, I really love this piece. Each, it's 11 words.
Yeah.
Victorious, love, everlasting, dreams, serenity. This one is called Orbiting.
Ah.
Orbiting. And
Yes.
my conception of this is a free spirit in flying around wherever it may
Right.
be. But I call this one is orbiting. This is my interpretation of it, and it's a lovely waltz.
Uh-huh.
In some ways, it reminds me of Ignaz Friedman a little in
Oh
places,
yeah, oh,
and,
good, good,
Strauss,
good.
Godowsky. Here, I'll give it
Yeah,
to you. Here,
all the old
it's
guys.
a beautiful piece of David's.
Okay, let me hear it. Ah, beautiful. Just beautiful. Wow.
That's
what
wonderful.
a gorgeous
Wonderful,
waltz.
Jeffrey. Wonderful.
It is. It
And of
it just
course,
it's
played by you.
the harmony.
It
Oh, thank you.
just brings such a style and exquisite taste and all of that. So that's great. Yeah. If David is
So
listening here,
I don't know if he. Well, I don't know if he has Facebook. I don't know where he is now. He's
Well,
out and about probably,
give
but he has
me-
come on time.
give-
He
I
shows
know.
up on things. It's
give
like,
him my congratulations, give my regards, and tell him how much I love his pieces.
I
Yeah,
shall
that
do
piece
that.
particular.
It's nice.
Yeah.
All 11 pieces. You could buy the
Yeah.
whole book. I think you could play all of them there.
Yeah.
They're just different.
Yes, very
They're
different,
really-
but I don't know. It's the kind of music that now puts me in a very good mood, and it's
Exactly.
That's what we need.
that's
Good
what we
vibes.
need.
You know, I told him, oh, absolutely. I told him, your pieces are very much, they remind me of what Mendelssohn did with the songs without words.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
Yeah.
But he has words to them in Mendelssohn. I have a couple of the Mendelssohn ones today, too, because I wanted
Oh,
people to hear
yes.
how that was done many years ago in the 1840s.
That's right.
when
That's right.
Mendelssohn would take music that sounds like a song, but there are no words to it.
That's
They're just
right.
music.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of those.
So it would be great to pair them with this music in 2020. Yeah.
Here we are.
So
Here
let's
we
hear
are.
the difference between both of
Difference?
them.
Okay,
In
I'll do two of these.
1840s. Which one are you going to do?
1840s to 2019. This is Lost Illusions
Yes.
and the Spinning Song. Lost
Oh,
Illusions
that's
and the
great. Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
Spinning Song, of course, is a lot of fun. The
Spinning
Lost
Song. Yeah, I used to
Illusions
play
is
that one.
Like,
We are with
Yeah.
Yeah.
pianist Jeffrey Biegel.
Jeffrey
around the
Biegel,
piano
yeah,
at
that's
the
right.
Canon Club, and he is sharing with us some of his wonderful things, wonderful music here.
Two songs with a word by Felix Mendelssohn.
yes.
Song without words by Felix Mendelssohn. No, by Felix. By Felix.
All right.
Lovely.
Bravo. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Yes.
Nice flat pieces, you know.
I played that in my first piano recital.
Memories.
That's wonderful. Well, and then you are. You know what is so fascinating, Jeffrey? that I think was, well, two things you posted. I loved and admired the way you played the Brahms Intermezzi, both of them, and especially the G minor, because for me that's how it should be played. And the G minor fugue of the, I hate to say this, but they don't play this piece anymore. The G minor Toccata of Bach. I don't know why. It's such a great piece.
It's hard.
But I guess it's because it's hard.
That'll do it.
It is a bit of a fugue. But did you have any of them in your fingers?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do. I mean, I have other things here, but that's okay. What did I do with the, yes. I have the Brahms and the Bach. I mean,
Yeah.
I could certainly substitute things, but
Especially the Brahms. I just love the way you played it the other day.
I got it. Yeah. All right. Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah.
G
Okay.
minor, Ballade, Opus 118, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is this it? This is it. In the dark, nothing looks right to me.
Johannes Brahms. Great, great, great. Love the way you play that. Yes, yes.
Thank you. A Bach, I mean, go in G minor to the other.
Let's see.
Right.
It's such a piece, that Bach fugue.
I know. Let me see if I can even. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's in here. It's in this. Yeah, I got everything here somewhere. Ah, I got it. I think I have it here. I decided the other day to put it in alphabetical order so I could find it. You want just the fugue, I think.
Yeah,
right?
the fugue is fantastic.
I think this is it's getting darker out and I can see less.
Oh.
All right, so
Welcome to the club.
Here we go.
Wow, great. You played it even better than the last time. It's fantastic. Wonderful.
I think it was
What did you
faster
hear in the
another
last
time.
On his,
Um,
YouTube.
uh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it, I think a couple of weeks ago. But it's last Saturday. It's easier to play it a little slower, but then it loses the edge.
No, I like that vibrancy of that tempo. It has to be a real
On the piano,
virtuoso.
it's hard.
Yeah, a virtuoso piece for
It's a
in
fun
Bach.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that we could play so much different music and hop from 1713 or whatever to 2019 and just go all over the place. But there's some Spanish music I have too. Well, Mexican
You have a
music, I should say.
Oh, let's hear that. Yes. What do we have?
I have a Mexican piece. Manuel Ponce's Intermezzo.
Oh, I love
You know the
that
Intermezzo by
piece.
Ponce?
I just love it. Yeah.
A student of mine from Mexico brought it to me, and I fell in love with the piece. It's a
so
short
gorgeous.
piece, but
It's very short, but it's
after the Bach, it's good.
yeah. Let's have some Ponce. Wow, I love that piece. That's a beautiful
It's a
piece.
beautiful piece.
Yeah, you play
It
so well.
always feels different every time.
Yeah.
Every time I play it, there's a little something to it.
Yes,
It's very easy to
it
want to do too
invites
much
for
with it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
it's a
take
nice-
time
nice
here,
piece.
more there. Do the coloration here. Breathe with the phrase. Expand it. Beautiful.
Very nice.
You remember we used to have the lessons with Adele, and she'd play for us, and she would play things for us like whatever it would be, but she would just do something with a note or something with a phrase, and even if it wasn't exactly what the composer wrote in there, she would do it. It would sound so convincing and so, oh my God, that's better than what he wrote, right?
Yes,
I
know,
just
yeah.
remember, that was the interpretation.
That was the personality and the artistry. Yeah,
Oh yeah. We were very lucky.
we were. We were really, truly lucky. Yeah.
We were scared to death, but we were lucky.
We were scared to death, but we were lucky. Wow.
So I found these other pieces. One, the Chopin D flat Nocturne,
Yes.
but the version I got was arranged by Leschetizky, and then I found a piece by Theodore Leschetizky called the Two Larks.
Oh,
I
wow.
thought I'd play.
Yeah.
Do you know
Let's
this?
hear.
Okay, let's do it. Maybe I'll play the Chopin right after it, so you can hear.
Yes. Yes.
Leschetizky loved Chopin, as
Yeah.
obvious, but here's Little Larks. I love this little piece.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, lovely.
Oh man, we covered a lot of base.
It shows on the pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, very beautiful, Jeff. That's just gorgeous.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
wonderful, wonderful.
So
So,
all the old pieces but still there's a lot of room for new things, new
yes,
concertos,
always.
past, present, future.
You're a champion of new concerti. You have commissioned many composers. In fact, Neil Sedaka, did you commission that concerto for
No.
you? Or what's the story with it?
Okay, the story was Neil was a classical pianist who studied with Edgar Roberts in the pre-college,
Yes,
and then with Adele Marcus in the college.
right.
And he was playing. Every day he's playing on his social media. They record it. They put it on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, and he's now lately been throwing in little classics. The Ravel Sonatine a little bit yesterday, the Chopin, the Black Key Etude, Mozart and Debussy, and all kinds of things. He used to play the Prokofiev Third Sonata as a kid, and he was quite incredible. And then he went into the pop music, and he started missing lessons, and he still kept his piano chops going. And we hooked up later on. Actually, it was through David Foster who connected us, and we've stayed friends. We talk every now and then, texting and chatting, and every time he plays something, I get a little text. The Bach was great, or the Mozart was great, bringing all these songs back from way back that people didn't even know. He didn't even remember he wrote so many songs, and he told me one day he was going to write this piano concerto, a piece for piano and orchestra called Manhattan Intermezzo, and he said, "Can I send it to you when it's finished?" I said, "I'd love to see it." So he had already finished it. He recorded it with the London Philharmonic and sent me the music, and I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, and I said, "You know what? It's so beautiful that even the piano part, we could do more with it. You could just really throw the kitchen sink in, real big Chopin, Rachmaninoff, really." Add a few bells and whistles. Would it be okay if I do that a little? He says, "Do what you want, but bring it to me." So I brought it to him, whatever I added, and pencil marked everything in. And he liked it. He approved, and I performed it and recorded that. And whenever I perform it, I let him know I'm supposed to perform it. Well, it's supposed to be October. We're pushing it to October of 2021 at Grand Junction, Colorado. So it gets played every now and then. It's a nice piece. It's everything about New York. It's really quite special.
That spirit. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the audience, we have to say that Jeffrey Biegel, it's of course now a professor at the Brooklyn College, the conservatory of the Brooklyn College, but he's been a winner of the William Capell piano competition, the William Petchak at the Juilliard, and the great Jacques Thibault, Marguerite Long competition in Paris. First prize.
Quite a pedigree, my dear.
Oh, boy, the stomach aches, I remember. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Gaspard de l'Ennui.
Gaspard de l'Ennui, yes.
Oh, it was all big pieces. Prokofiev Third Concerto for that, the second for others. But, back then, it was big deal.
Big deal. And, and here's your recital. I was there. You got fabulous review at the New York Times. I think it was Donald Henahan at that time. Yeah. Wow, big critic.
Yeah, Donald Henahan. If I knew he was in the audience that night, I would have been scared to death.
Yes, I'm sure.
Sometimes they say, "What I don't know won't hurt me." Yeah. But I didn't know that. It was enough to have everybody else there. But if I knew he was there, I would have been.
Yeah. But that was a most auspicious debut. I remember. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. So, what else do you have for us?
Wait, one more.
Yeah.
One more. I have, Schumann, the piece I love since I'm a child.
Yes.
The Fantasiestucke and Rubinstein. Of course, I saw him play it live once. The one time I saw him perform live, that was the piece, the whole thing. He played the whole set. It was incredible. So I love that second one. It's called Aufschwung. That could be my closer.
Yes. Yeah.
That could be our closer. So that's called Soaring. So
Soaring.
Soaring.
Right.
Here it is.
Great. Bravo.
Wonderful.
Bravo. Wonderful.
Jeffrey, this is wonderful.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Just great to have you
So,
with us tonight.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a lot of wonderful music.
Yes.
A lot of wonderful music.
Jeffrey,
We
what
have
a
so much without
musical
describing.
banquet you have given us. I can thank
Oh,
you
thank
enough.
you.
It's just listening to you play is a soaring. It's soaring.
Well, thank you. I'm glad it was just, I think last night you wrote to me very, it
Yeah.
was late. I was actually like, shut everything off and I saw the message. I figured, well, tomorrow it's too soon and next week I can't at all. So,
Yeah.
wow. I was like, well, how
So
about
we
tomorrow?
made
And
it.
here we are. We made it. Oh, wow. And somehow, technically, we got around the piano. We got around all the technology. too.
We finally found the center.
And you know you
Well,
play
I
all
can't wait
the
to hear
time
you.
here.
You have piano going on all the time. It's fabulous.
Yes.
I've never been there. Hopefully, when all this is
You've got to come.
behind us and the orchestra comes back, I'd
Absolutely.
love to play with the orchestra
Yes,
too.
absolutely, absolutely. Maximiano Valdez knows you're playing and admires you very much. So yeah,
Oh, thank you.
we'll do
Thank you.
something.
And some of my great memories of you playing all the Spanish music when we were younger, the Triana, that's
Triana.
Vocación.
Yeah.
That was your meat. You played it so, it was so absolutely beautiful.
Thank
So I
you.
can't wait to hear you play again more.
Thank you.
And,
Yes.
Anyway,
You
just
will.
stay safe, everybody.
You too.
It's
Stay
brilliant.
safe,
Wonderful
and
to have
we'll
We
you
have
do.
you.
I mean, New York
with
is,
us.
New York is better, but I still treat it like day one.
Yeah, you have
I
to.
do.
You have to.
You have
be
to, because
very,
it could
very
just
careful.
be there. You could be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and
And that's it.
you get it.
That's it.
And I
Exactly.
don't want to give it to anybody either.
Right.
So we're just biding our time. Yeah.
Good. That's
But
all
stay
you
safe
can
there.
do. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jeffrey. Thank you
Thank
being
you
with
so
us
much.
so
It's
much.
wonderful.
It's been an honor and a
Second
pleasure
night.
to have you. Thank you for
Wonderful.
accepting our invitation in such a short time. notice.
Of course. Sometimes
And we'll have you.
the short
Sometimes
notice is better.
Things are good.
Yeah, yes.
Spur of the moment.
Exactly. We'll
Thank
have
you.
you
It's
good to
back.
meet
such a
you,
pleasure
Jan.
and an honor
Sure.
to
Thank you.
have you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
thanks our audience and
Yes, to all. And,
to all,
wow,
and to
wasn't that wonderful, Jeffrey,
wonderful, yeah, yes,
to be with us?
fantastic,
Yeah,
yes,
I've
yeah,
always
yeah.
admired his playing.
Oh yeah.
And he plays quite a lot here in the
Yeah,
Canyon Club because he must have a couple hours on the Spirio.
And the Spiria, yes,
Yeah,
right,
a lot of
right.
good things.
And thank you so
Actually, I
much,
did-
Luis, for helping
Spiria,
us.
yeah.
I think you're higher. You've been
He's
an angel.
great.
He's
Yeah.
fabulous.
He
He's
Thank
an
you
Angel,
so
angel.
huh?
much. This
Great.
is
Thank you so
fabulous.
much, Luis. Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful.
All right.
And a good night.
So
and
have a good
to
night, everybody.
Thank
Tune us
you.
next week for another week
Yes.
of Around the Piano at the Canon Club with Jan Espo and myself, Jose Ramos Santana.